are you guys? Good. Yeah, I bet. Oh. Yeah, here we go, right? I know Monterey plays tonight, don't they? Yeah.
Well, Coach, I know we had talked about that stretch of games in Oklahoma as, being really tough on the team. Just with the recent struggles on the court, would you say that this stretch is the toughest y'all have gone through?
Well, obviously, we haven't handled it well. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a struggle. It's disappointing that we haven't handled it better and put ourselves in a better situation. But we're the only ones that can get ourselves out of it too. So, it's one of those things where we're trying to pick our kids up every day and just keep grinding and trying to get better. As coaches, I feel like we're trying to obviously pick them up and kind of, obviously we got to get better at handling the basketball, better at not turning the ball over, like those types of things, because I do feel like we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot a lot. But I think this stretch is tough because we haven't handled it well yet, but it just takes one time. It just takes one game for us to step up and to make things right again.
Well, you mentioned some of the turnovers, but just what is the biggest on the court adjustment that you'd like to see?
Just really it's just the focus on the little things, on the details, right? I mean, I thought that we fought pretty hard against UCF. I just felt like we had a stretch, at the end of the first quarter where we just treated the basketball like a loaf of bread, if you will, and we just can't do that. I mean, you cannot do that at this level, and we have to take care of it, and we have to execute, because when we execute and take care of the ball, we do some good things. We do some really good things. It's just those stretches that we have where things kind of unravel on us, and it's just about focus, I think, more than anything, and just attention to details.
I know Alina and Jada have missed the past couple games. Are they going to be available tomorrow?
They will not be available tomorrow. Yeah, and it's a game time decision for this weekend.
And I know probably the last time we'll see y'all before Baylor, but them unveiling Britney Griner's statue when y'all are there on Sunday. Could you just talk about the impact that she's had on the game of women's basketball?
Yeah, for sure. I actually saw Britney Griner when she was a freshman in her high school workout. Her high school coach was a Texas Tech alum and a good friend of mine, and I went in and watched. I was actually recruiting another kid that was on her team, so I saw her really evolve from a freshman in high school all the way to now, and it's been incredible to watch her success. Just the level that she plays at and the elite status that she has as far as like being able to dunk the basketball, and she's just physically gifted, right, that we haven't seen very much of in this game. But yeah, she's been able to really take the women's game to a whole different level.
Coach, just kind of talking again about the whole season and where y'all are at right now, who do you feel like in this slump right now, who do you turn to be a leader on the court and in practice and in the locker room?
Yeah. I think we've got to turn to Bailey and Jazzy for sure. I mean, I think that, they've carried the load for most of the year as far as, the scoring opportunities. They've had big games for us. They're two returners that played a lot of minutes last year, and that we're building this program around. So I think they definitely have to learn. I think they are learning. They're having to step up in some difficult situations. Obviously, we have, Jordan Merritt and Riley McKinney that I also think both can do that for us as well. And at times we've seen that. But as far as just a vocal leader and somebody that's been there and done that in our system, I think that Bailey and Riley and Jazzy have to carry that.
And then what would you say for these last handful of Big 12 games is something that y'all are trying to emphasize or focus on and maybe hone in on to correct some things before the end of the season?
Yeah, we I think we're trying to go just one game at a time. I mean, I feel like we're really trying to stay in the moment, and like we can't do anything about what has happened, but the next game. So what's next, right? And it's Oklahoma State on our home court. We know that we have to come out and defend. We know that we have to come out and take care of the basketball. We have to have elite effort. and we have to have an elite fight about us. And that's probably what I want to see more than anything, is just an urgency that these kids want to continue to build on, on their resume that they already have. And we have, again, shot ourselves in the foot several times, but at the same time, we still have an opportunity for postseason, and I want our kids to be hungry for that.
And then just talking about tomorrow night, I guess in your perspective, how special will this game be for the community of Groover?
Yeah. First of all, it's a special game anyway, even for my own personal journey, right? And for so many people that cancer affects. But to see a community come together for one of their own is always so special to me. I grew up in a community just like Groover, just right down the street from Groover, actually. And so I know a lot of these people that'll be here. But that's what this game is about. That's what sports can be about, is like just bringing an awareness, but also a support system and a family to those that need it most. And so I think it's going to be really cool for Bailey and Brenna Butler on OSU's team to be able to come in and support their teammate and just show her how much she's loved and bring awareness to any types of cancer, any type of struggle that people are going through, that we're here for them, and that family is here for them as well, and that no matter what they're going through, there's people around them that love them.
Yeah, I talked to Bailey yesterday and her mom as well, who's helping get the bus of people here. Yeah. And Bailey said that she first, whenever her mom and all of them kind of created this, she came to you and she said, yeah, like I knew Gerlich would be on board. What were your thoughts when this idea was first kind of brought to you to kind of combine the two teams in a joint effort to?
Yeah, well, I think it goes back to what we try to teach our kids in the Lady Raider basketball program for sure, but like just in team sports in general, like these are their sisters, and they're parts of different teams throughout their life, right, throughout their season. And for Bailey, this is a sister that she had from high school, her basketball team, where they won a lot of games, won championships, so many bonds, so many memories. And that's actually what we're teaching our kids in the Lady Raider program too, is like this group of girls that they're playing with right now are their sisters for life. And these are the moments that they're actually preparing for, are moments of need and moments of times when you got to be able to depend on others to help lift them up and to get them through tough times and to learn how to fight, and that they're never going to fight alone. And so I love the fact that Bailey wanted to help a teammate, and it's really, really cool that it just happens to be our cancer game anyway, or our pink game anyway, but also that Brenna Butler, another teammate's on the opposing team. It just comes together like that. So I think it's going to be really special. I think it's going to be really moving to be able to see the community of Groover up in the stands, and how they're going to teach a lot of people a lot of lessons tomorrow, just about what support and family really looks like.
And then last one for me, another thing that Mrs. Maupin mentioned was that all of these people that are coming from Groover already are Lady Raider fans because of Bailey and already and everything. And they've been watching her, and they haven't even been able to get to a lot of these games just because they're elderly fans and have always just watched her right down the street, and now they're actually going to get to come and be a part of it. What does it kind of mean to you, I guess, to know that Lady Raider Nation isn't just the people in the stands for y'all, and it is those people that can't always be at every game, but this group of people will.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's super special that they can come, that they can travel, and that Julie's done such a great job of organizing them to be able to get transportation for them to be here. Groover is 4 hours away from here, a 4-hour drive, and I know that whenever Bailey signed with us, our ticket sales went up that year because they wanted to position themselves to get better season tickets when she got here as a freshman. So that's fantastic, right? So our season ticket sales absolutely went up. But there's a enormous amount of people that keep up with us on ESPN Plus, and that watch from afar, keep up on our social media. I mean, we have Lady Raider Nation is far and wide, and it's awesome to see that type of support, but it's going to be really special to actually have them in the stands tomorrow for such a worthy cause too, and for special girls. It's going to mean a lot to those girls to see just the type of support and how how much they're inspiring others, you know, and you don't have to just inspire young girls. I mean, these Lady Raiders are inspiring the elderly, they're inspiring, people of all ages. And I think that that's really, really special, and I think that's a great responsibility too. Awesome.